Mondays. I am Barbara Tolbert, TOLBERT'S Transformational Services. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. You all will not believe it. Yes, we are doing something different. I told y'all I was doing something different. That's why I needed to come off and do it on YouTube so I could do different things. Today, we have my beautiful niece here, Kayla Farmer, is here today. We're here to talk about cancer. And you may say, well, why do you sound so joyous and you're talking about cancer? Well, we're actually here today because guess what? She's a lymphoma warrior. Say it with me. She is a lymphoma warrior. She beat cancer. So I want to let you all know that I want you to be encouraged. So I had her on here today because so many of you send me prayers and requests about family members that are battling with cancer, and I always want you to know that I don't like to talk on things that I don't know anything about, but I do have a point of reference because she's my niece, she's my family member. So I said, you know what, let her come on here, talk to the audience, and encourage those who may be in the battle to let you know that the battle is not over. It belongs to the Lord. Somebody said with me, the battle does not belong to you. It does not belong to me. It does not belong to Kayla, but it belongs to the Lord. So I want her to come on here and have her to talk with you today. And Kayla, welcome to TOLBERT'S Transformational Services. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And I want you to look into the camera and tell the world the type of cancer that you actually have a battle with.
Well, I was diagnosed with anaplastic large cell lymphoma, and it's a cancer where white blood cells that are called T cells become abnormal and they build up in lymph nodes, but they can affect other parts of the body.
So let me kind of bring you all in on the journey with Kayla. Kayla, as you see, she's young, she's beautiful, and so she had just graduated from high school. And she had been accepted into UT Knoxville. She's going to be a pharmacy student. And all of these things, that she had gone to summer school there. She had gone and she had what I call blinged out her dorm room. The young folks, y'all know what I'm talking about. So she had this beautiful dorm room. It was pink, it was white, it had all the fur, it was black. It was wonderful. And then, so I want you to, Kayla, bring us in on the journey from there. Tell us what happened from there.
Well, after I finished my summer session at UT Knoxville, I came home and I had like what me and my mom thought was a cyst on my upper right breast, and we went to a doctor and we got a biopsy and they told us that it was cancerous. So from there, I was pretty sad and I really didn't know how to feel about it because I've never been truly ill. Like, I've had common illnesses like a cold or a flu, but I never had anything that was so life-changing. So I was pretty bummed out about it. And I just kind of prayed about it. I really didn't know how to feel or what to think.
So when you say you were pretty bummed out about it, so at this point your dorm room was already set up, you had everything, we had the trunk party, she had all these beautiful lamps. When I say y'all do it on another level with these trunk parties, so she had like these fur pillows and sequence pillows and these big fluffy down comforters. I'm like, oh my gosh, is that how they do it now? Trunk parties are like, I thought like notebook paper and pencils and pens. Like, gosh, I mean, and these big beautiful globe lamps that are on and about her. And so at the point when you had to go, I understand that you had to go and pack your dorm room up because you realized at this point you had been admitted into St. Jude and you would not be able to finish the semester. So tell us from that point, when you went to pack your dorm room up, what were your feelings? What were you going through at that time?
Well, when I went to go pack my dorm room up, I saw some of my friends from the summer, and I was kind of sad that I couldn't stay and have fun with them still, but I was also thinking about my health, and that was more important. And I thought that I was going to be able to go back in the spring semester, so I wasn't too sad about it. And I was still able to do online classes, and I was still kind of engaged with classwork. But the only thing that I was missing was actually being on campus and the classroom environment. But I would say that when I had to pack up my room, it was just kind of, it made everything seem real.
Right. And so there was a time when you had actually gone to the doctor and you had the mass removed, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And from what I understand, at that point, they told you that the mass had been removed and they found no other signs of cancer, is that correct? But we do know there was another battle. Tell me what happened with that.
Well, once I had my 2 surgeries to get my cancer removed, they told me that everything was fine. I started working again, and I was trying to get back to my normal routine. And then I started to experience back pains, and there was really like excruciating pains. And I went back to St. Jude, and they ran more tests, and they found that the cancer had traveled to my spinal column.
Wow. So after you found out that, and we actually went through this celebration period, the family did, to where it was like, okay, Kayla's cancer free, everything is wonderful, God is good, we continue on with life, and then you go back and you find out, guess what, there's another cancer here. At that point, what did you feel?
I just felt like the world was just crumbling in on me. I didn't really know why this was happening to me, and why did I get, it's kind of like I had false hope. I got my hopes up that I was going to be able to go back to school, that I was back normal. And it was just kind of, I just felt kind of bad because it wasn't, the news that I got really wasn't the news that was really, that I was supposed to get.
So you were admitted into St. Jude, and we want to, of course, give our props out to St. Jude. Not that they asked us to, but we do want to thank St. Jude because when you go through there, we understand that you never receive a bill. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us about your experience at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Well, the nurses and doctors, they're really nice. They really show that they care about you. They have this program for teenagers where they make sure that even though that you're admitted into the hospital, you still have activities that you can do to not really keep your mind on receiving chemo. They come and talk to you. They have social workers to try to help you plan what you're gonna do when you get done with your treatments. They just try to make you feel at home even though you're in the hospital getting treatments. So
can you tell us, for us who don't understand, like for me, I don't have a medical mind in the world, but tell us, what were the treatments that you were receiving at St. Jude?
I was getting chemotherapy. It's basically just medicine that kills a lot of good and bad cells. I had, maybe in one day I would get maybe 3 types of chemo. It really just depended on the type of chemo that I was getting.
Okay. And how was that chemo administered?
Through IV, well, it's through a line that goes in your chest, that goes to like, I guess your heart, and it's basically like just a big IV going through your body.
So is that surgically implanted? How is that done?
Yes, ma'am, it's surgically implanted. They put you to sleep and you wake up with a line in your chest, and you get hooked up to the chemo fluids, and it just kind of runs through you. Yeah.
Right. And I understand when you talked about the staff making sure that the teenagers had something to do, I understand that you actually painted a picture. Is that correct?
Yes, I did.
And so was this some type of contest? Tell me how that works as far as.
It was a teen art show, and basically you just make any art that you wanted to. The title of the theme of the art piece was A Part of You, and basically you just paint whatever describes you as a person. My painting included a black girl with curly hair, and I had like little artifacts around my picture, like a BMW, pharmacy school, UT Knoxville, just stuff that makes me come together as a person.
Okay. So let's go back and talk about this hair. Okay. You said you drew this black girl, of course, she's a beautiful black girl with hair. So tell us about the journey with your hair.